Turning now to your community focus, what do you do if your home insurance company decides to no longer offer coverage in your state? Joining us live in studio to talk about that and much more is Elizabeth Dwyer, the director of the Rhode Island Department of Business Regulation. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start with the basics. Walk us through what property insurance the market looks like right now.
So in Rhode Island, we have a lot of participants. We have a lot of insurers writing. So if you do get a cancellation, we're not seeing the pullouts that some other states are seeing, but there's a lot of options. So there's a lot of different companies to contact. You see them on television with ads. Insurance producers will write for multiple companies. You can go to them. This is something that you can do even if you don't get a cancellation. So if you feel your premiums are too high or you're not happy with the coverage for some reason, there's a lot of options here right now.
And I wanted to ask you kind of specifically, we heard from a viewer who said their insurer recently pulled out of the state. Is that common? And what should people do if that happens?
It's not common. There are some smaller insurers that make business decisions that Rhode Island won't be part of their portfolio. It really doesn't have anything to do with you. Don't take it seriously or personally. But if that happens, insurance agents are out there to try to place the product. Again, we've got a bunch of direct writers. I would get on the phone and start calling them all and see who will take you. What we try to do when somebody is pulling out of the state is partner them with somebody who wants new customers. So we hope that the consumer gets an offer of a new policy at the same time they're getting withdrawal of the old one. It doesn't always happen, but we try to work with insurers to make sure that that's available to the consumer.
And you kind of touched on this also elsewhere in places like Florida and California. Some major insurers have stopped writing policies. What is behind that? And is that something that we could see here?
So I hope not. But what's behind it is losses. So Florida has been hit by tornado, by hurricane after hurricane after hurricane, and has suffered a lot of losses. And so an insurer estimates how many houses they will have to rebuild, and that's the amount of money they put aside. If they're losing money, they're not going to keep doing it. That's what's happening in California too, because the wildfires are not something anyone ever anticipated. Now, is this going to happen in Rhode Island again? I really hope not, but we haven't been hit by a hurricane in quite some time, and we're constantly monitoring the market to hopefully keep the insurers that are here so the consumers will have the selection.
Now, something that we have seen locally is some flash flooding in certain communities. I wanted to ask you about the importance of flood insurance. Many typical average homeowners and renters insurance policies don't cover flood damage. What should people know about that?
I would assume that your policy does not cover flood damage. It's possible, but most insurers do not cover it. If you want flood coverage, you have to go to the federal program run by FEMA, which offers what they call flood insurance, but it's really a federal program. Unfortunately, a lot of people will say things like, I don't need flood insurance. What they mean is their mortgage holder told them they didn't have to buy it because they're not in a floodplain. That doesn't mean you don't need it. If you have a flood, you don't have coverage. So it is something you really should evaluate. The largest flood event in Rhode Island was a rainstorm. A lot of people say, oh, I don't live near the ocean, so I don't need flood insurance. Floods are not necessarily near the ocean. It is something you really should consider whether or not you need it as part of your protection for your home.
All right, a lot of important information here. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Elizabeth Dwyer with the Department of Business Regulation. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.